Step 30D. So if you remember, I got that horizontal track put in, and now I'm putting in basically the rails that go in. And if you remember, I was a little bit worried. I thought these went back too far, but believe it or not, they're not, because these rails go back far away anyway. So I'm doing 30D and 30E is what I'm doing. And then of course it just calls for bare bolts and nuts. That's how you connect it in. But when you look at this one, 30D, it calls for carriage bolts and just regular bolts. You just put it in. The good thing is they give you a piece of rope, so I like that. Yeah, hold up end of track or use rope provided. So I actually used the rope. It worked pretty good. So this is what it looks like when it's done. So what I did, those were those two pieces before. I tied in those two. So when I put this up, I put the rope over there. I slid that into the rope, and then I put in that carriage bolt right there. I didn't tighten it, I just put it in, because that way it's holding the top and the rope is holding the other side. Because these have got to be going in perfect so they can line up with this. So I did those last. So I just hand tightened that. I hand tightened that in there. And then I took this out of the rope and I tightened that in there all the way. So I tightened that all the way, and then I came back and tightened that all the way. And you can see up there on that carriage bolt, it's got two different slots. I ended up using the slot on this side towards me, because that way it lined this up perfectly. Before it was off a little bit, because you want to have a good guide. The other crazy part about this is I still don't have a top section on the door. So I guess I haven't got that far in the directions yet, but I guess it just slides in there. Of course, could just slide it right up in there into the track and go on down. I think that's probably what I'll end up doing, but I'm going to wait for the directions to see. But that's how it works. That's that horizontal piece. So it looks like it all's coming together nice and pretty.